Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala Shiva, Arunachala.
Namaste, Namaste, Jai Shankar. Welcome to Satsang, welcome to Satsang. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you can hear me. Even in the 2 minutes I go very silent. I want to thank, today is our 10th anniversary from starting the Satsang. I won't give any names, but I want to deeply from the bottom of my heart thank everybody involved for the 10 years, especially the one who opened her home, beloved sadhaka who opened her home and had her satsangs running for 2 years in her home. She wasn't even a sadhaka. She did not know the meaning of satsang. But she still stayed and she believed and she never, it was just totally unconditional offering to the divine through the satsangs. So thank you, you know who you are. Thank you so much. And the other person who's sitting here today was with us for 10 years, still going strong. Appreciate your efforts in supporting this one. Your Ma, thank you for being here always. You know who you are. And everybody else who came after that, you know, a few years after that, still sitting with us and, you know, doing the Zooms and everything. So thank you so much. And so many sadhakas who came, stayed, drank from the fountain and left because they were quite qualified. They felt that they could run their lives, you know. They still continue to do the meditations, everything. So thank you again for all the support, for all the 10 years, everybody who's been starting with the sadhakas, because without you, there won't be a satsang, no? Your interest, we're a very small group. We don't have hundreds of people, but we're a small group. Very focused in the path of enlightenment. So even when we go to India, Tiruvannamalai, you all came. So many of you came this time. It's not even the number that counts, no? It is the dedication to the path. You were so diligent, so I was very touched. So I was thinking like 10 years will be bye-bye, but doesn't look like that. Somebody was saying another 10. I said, oh, wait a minute. Maybe another 5, you know. So I know you've heard for 10 years, those who've been here for 10 years have heard everything over and over again, because the truth is the same. However it's spoken, the truth is really shines through as the same supreme reality every moment. But today I want to just give you a gist of what you can do to come to that seeing, to that irrevocable state here and now. Okay, if you just follow this. The first one is Sharanagati. Second is Shraddha. Third is Bhakti. That's Sanskrit for the newcomers. Sharanagati means surrender, total surrender to the infinite within you. I'm not telling you surrender to this one. To the infinite within you, because it's ever present as awareness. And Shraddha means faith. Bhakti means devotion. So to have all of this, there has to be an underlying factor, which is humility. Because from day one we spoke about humility, because in this one's life I've noticed that being very humble at all times, you know, helps a lot. Because if you're not humble, you cannot come to that total Sharanagati. You cannot, right? Because you'll be questioning there. The ego will come in and say like, why total Sharanagati? Whom am I doing the Sharanagati to, right? So the Sharanagati, now Sharanagati, that is, surrender, faith and devotion. So humility is a foundation, right? But there's another factor which is very, very, very important. And most of you are still not quite getting it, because that is missing. I mean, you know the divine knowledge, you know that that's true, which is dropping the name and form, dropping the doership. Actually, the doership, right? If you drop the doership, then is there a name and form doing anything? Then you automatically forget the name and form. So you get my point so far. That's all. This is Vedanta in a nutshell. Okay. You can be doing the Upanishads, the Smritis, everything. It will be the same thing only. So if you can get this and simply practice this in your life, which means Sharanagati, faith, then you have to underline, you have to have the humility and simply notice within yourself, simply witness, how humble am I? Am I arrogant? I cannot say sorry, whatever it is, right? You have to every day with alertness look at your life and simply witness and saying, what is that I'm doing wrong, where I'm not coming to the irrevocable state, right? So the faith has to be there, right? Because it's not like faith. We have been talking about this for 10 years. It's not faith to something, you cannot really witness. It is the faith to that awareness that is your true nature. That awareness, consciousness, bliss, right? Awareness, the truth that you are aware, that your consciousness, the awareness and bliss, which is the pure joy. So that's your true nature. It's given, right? That's your true nature. But the reason you cannot really understand or experience that state is because you have come through so many lifetimes doing whatever we did. We don't know. Hopefully, thank God we don't remember all the goof-ups we have done. So that is called prarabdha karma, which is past life karmas. So because of the karmas, we go through some processes in this lifetime. But you've already been given the divine knowledge. So you just have to witness and say, okay, this is karma coming up to be released. I'm done with this. Be done with it. Okay. So while the karmas are being released, you're being completely supported by the infinite within you that we call God, consciousness, Shiva, Arunachala, whoever. Yeah, I keep saying Shambho means Arunachala means Shiva only. Okay. So if you follow that complete Sharanagati, see, when you notice that your doership is dropped, okay, then automatically your name and form will be dropped. The reason you're not able to drop the name and form, everybody is doing fantastic. Few of you are still struggling because you're saying, why is God not blessing me? No. Are you deserving of the blessing? He's blessing you all the time. We do not notice, we don't feel we deserve it, or we don't think, he's not blessing me enough because I deserve more, right? That's the ego coming up. Not enough blessing, Shambho, because I deserve more. I'm a great person. So all that you have to chop. Okay, so Sharanagati has to be not 85%, not 90%, 100%. See, why I'm telling you everything repetition only, but I'm just giving you a gist because it's been 10 years. And this body may quit anytime. My job is done actually already. So I'm just hanging out for you guys. Hanging around. Because see, the state is such that this moment, if I just pass out, I'm okay with it. No, there's not even an I, I'm just describing the irrevocable state. Now in that state, how free can you be? Because life only begins then, no? Life only begins when you are drop the doership, you are in total surrender, you have the faith that you can come to that seeing in this lifetime and have the devotion continuously devoted. Because another thing was coming up is that we see this as a path of renunciation, as a path to emancipation, do your abhyasa, all of that. Okay? Because we have forgotten who we are, because we have forgotten our natural self, is when we want to do all that abhyasa. Well, the gurus tell you do meditation. This one I said do meditation because you're always asking God, I want this, my health is not so good, give me more. I have finances, but give me a little bit more because I want to be more comfortable. What is this nonsense? How can you say that you are in freedom if you are clinging on to the materialistic things of the world? Every time wanting a little bit more, right? So Sharanagati is not that. Faith is not that. Whatever is your prasad, I shall receive it with gratefulness, attitude of gratitude. So you have all this under your belt, right? And what happens is simply the state presents itself. And when the state presents itself is when you recognize, oh, wait a minute, there's something is happening here. where I'm able to recognize my true nature. Because that's your true nature. You just walked away from it. You forgot because so many, 300,000 lifetimes you've been going in circles and circles. They've forgotten. So simply, it's a recall, no? What Shambhu is doing is recalling you back to himself. That's all he's doing. So you are that spark, you are his spark, you are his divine spark. So remember that you are the Satchidananda. Every morning, afternoon, night, several times a day you say, I'm Satchidananda. If the ego comes into and then starts conducting your life, what do you say? The other day, I do this, I do this, I do that. I've done this, I've done that. Why don't you drop the I? Even Ramana says, I, the big I and the small I. When you're going to drop the small I. When you drop the small I, when you drop the doership, the small I completely drops. Okay? Now, another thing is, like many people say, oh, I'm in a great space. I am done. I'm all done. And I look at them and I feel, oh, no, you're not done. You know what I mean? Because a state will come where you're quite peaceful, and you are most of the time joyful, and you are very content. Another thing is qualification is contentment. No? When you come to the certain state, you'll be very content with whatever you have right now, whatever is presenting in your life, because you're in, I'm assuming, okay, this assume you're in full Sharanagati, assuming you have complete faith, you don't care about your life, meaning, you really don't care at that point, okay, and you have just love for God. You just love Shambhu with all your heart. What will happen then, Slowly, your life, sorry about this message, but I have to tell the truth. Your life will start dismantling. Life meaning your name and form will fall off. All of your familiar faces will fall off. The other day, a beautiful beloved one was telling me, I'm just like, everybody is just completely falling off, I'm becoming invisible. Now, why are you worried about your invisible self? It's good to be invisible. I'll be very happy if I'm invisible. Because if you're invisible, that word was used by the sadhaka. If you're invisible and you're not seen by anybody, then what should you be doing? Your sadhana. So when you remember all of this, and when you are in the state of total freedom, recognizing that you are the supreme reality, you are the Satchidananda, then there's no sadhana. Okay, say you're doing sadhana for so many years and nothing has happened. Suppose in this moment you are knowing that you are the Satchidananda, you have been told by the Guru principle. All the masters tell you. But how far are you taking it into your heart? You can't just say, I'm Arunachala, I'm Arunachala, I'm Arunachala, I'm Satchidananda. It's not like that. A deep understanding and simply witnessing, am I dropping my nonsense? Am I dropping my ego positionality? Am I dropping being a slave? Am I just shifting to mastership? Master meaning is not like you're so arrogant and you, hey, I know everything about enlightenment. I never say that. Never. I'm just saying that knowing in a very humble way, that's where humility comes in. That's where the Shraddha and Bhakti comes in. Knowing in a very, deep, humble way that, there is what is there in this life, because it's all illusory. What is there in this magic? Seems magical to you. What's the big deal? I'm not saying don't go look at the mountains, the flowers. I love flowers. The birds, all of that, they are there for your enjoyment. But are you lovingly unattached? I'm just giving you the gist, no? Lovingly unattached is another big thing. You have to come to that. Because why lovingly is because you have to. Does God not love anybody? He's always loving anybody. He doesn't say he's a murderer, he's been a naughty boy, I'm not going to love him. So everybody you love, but you are lovingly unattached, because if that love of your life goes away also, you're okay. Because see, you have to really be prepared for anything. Renunciation is not a simple thing, no? That's why it's a rare path, no? You have to be prepared for anything. God will say, give up everything now and sit here. Agoris, I just came to me just now. Agori means, Gori is the people who are always causing trauma, murderers and all that. Gori means doing all kinds of nonsensical things. Agori is the one when they transfer to being completely renunciates. They don't want anything in this world. They dedicate their love, because they ask God, please transfer me to that state where I can just love you. I don't want anything in the world. So that's Agori. So these two people come with all their, they heard about this Agori, which was Shiva in the form on earth, right? It's just an example. And he was just going as an Agori. They put a lot of vibhuti and they wear very little clothes, whatever. So they heard about all the good things he was doing to help this village people, because they were like, all their, ceremonies were, spiritual ceremonies, the homas, were all being ruined by the asuras. So anyway, he comes. So this king, the neighboring kingdom, and his son found out about that, and they come to give him jewelry, a whole plate of jewelry. Says like, please take this as our gift because you have done such good things, and please come to our kingdom and bless us. So the Agori says, no, I don't need any of the jewelry. How will you bless us? Please bless us, we'll do anything. He says, drop all your jewelry, take out all the jewelry you're wearing, because they're wearing all these huge necklaces, as kings and all. And they're just staring at him. Take out your shoes. Like that. That's just an analogy, Are you able to strip completely? You know what I mean? Park benches, here I come. I'm only saying to understand the state. I'm not saying like you give up your beautiful homes and all. Homes can be there. But are you so attached that one thing in the home is taken away, you'll die? That's the thing. That's a key point. Anybody in your life, are you so attached that if they go away, you're going to, I can't live, It's not like that. Because you have the capacity to rise above. And when you come to that irrevocable state, you have the capacity. It's instantaneous, irrevocable capacity to do anything that comes your way. You may feel a little ouch or whatever in the beginning, if it's very bad, it's okay. So to come to that, experiencing that state where you feel this expansive, effortless state is when you're home. Till then, if you come and tell me that, yeah, I'm okay, I'm actually good, I did a lot of meditations, I feel fantastic. I said, so are you stressed out? He said, no stress. Okay. I'm just a little bit anxious. And just a little bit concerned about how many things I have to do. So the doer remains, the name and form remains. How can you be free with that hanging around? So that you have to deeply see. So that is what is called Sharanagati, because when you deeply see it and you let go, see, what I'm trying to tell you is when you let go inward, I'm asking you for an inner renunciation. I've been saying this for 10 years. Internally, you're renouncing everything. Externally, you are actually interacting. Okay, what is Karma Yoga is, the Karta is not there. The doer is not there. That's Karma Yoga. So what Ramana Maharshi and all the great sages tell, Bhagavad Gita says, you do your actions are going to happen. You do your actions. That's karma yoga. You do your actions, but no attachment to the fruit. No attachment to I, so-and-so, name and form is doing it. That is karma yoga. Pure karma yoga is that only, Bhagavad Gita. Okay, so karta is dropped and karyas are being done. Karyas means actions. That's being done all the time. And how many times this one has told you, when the doership drops, you're doing till the day you die, because that's not going to stop. You can't just sit down, right? I mean, there is the great masters sitting in the Himalayas. They're just like in that expanded state where they don't do anything. But if you are here in the Jagat, like we are in the US, we have to live, we have to move, we have to get groceries. Okay? Even if you're the guru also, you have to do all of those things. Clean your place, So when those things are happening, you're just not the name and form, so you simply you have to sweep, you have to clean whatever. So can you come to that? And the most beautiful thing the most beautiful thing. If I tell you this, you're going to simply faint. What Shiva tells the sadhakas, right? He says, if you're breathing, if your breath is there, I am in you. Listen carefully. If your breath is there, I am in you. When the breath goes away, you are in me. How beautiful is that? I'm just getting all these Kundalini reactions. If the breath goes away, you are in me. That means He's ever taking care of you. So why are you so worried about this? All these things in the Jagat, what's going to happen? I'm elderly, I'm old, I'm young, I'm too young, whatever. And nothing is happening. All that has to go. All desires have to be dropped. All the wants have to be dropped. If everything is dropped, you just see that space where you're sitting, it's going to be exquisite silence. The mind is not coming and telling you, oh, you know what? We have to do this and we have to do that and we have to do this. Nothing. So in that nothingness, what is there? And you don't have anything to ask Shiva. You're sitting in silence and you're doing your meditation. And what happens? Then only God talks to you in the meditations. When I say downloads, no? That's what it is. You'll be conducting your life so precisely, so beautifully, which does not hurt anybody else. And you'll be flowing through with it. So, if your breath is there, I am in you. If the breath goes away, meaning when you pass, when the body leaves, you are in me. What a confirmation is that? So why should we worry? As long as we are conducting our lives perfectly, under these tools that has been given to you today. Right? So, and if any mistake has been done by you, you have to do the prayashchit, which is some tapasya, looking what has happened and release it completely. Okay, I hope everything is clear. The only sentence I wanted to say is, when you're breathing, I am in you, and when breath goes away, you're in me. But before that, prerequisites came a little bit, because you have to, this is the gist, okay, it took me 20 minutes. This is the gist of the whole thing, what you're trying to achieve for peace, tranquility, serenity, compassion, unconditional love, kindness, all the time. You cannot do anything else in that state, no? And if you are in that state all the time also, and you're silently sitting in your kutir, in your home, also the world is impacted. Silently it's impacted, because the vibrations travels around. That's the only way you can impact. You cannot come and say, what is the purpose in my life? I am a great light and I can't sit quiet. Let Him lift you up. Let Him do all that lifting, if He wants, no? Otherwise you simply sit quiet. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's also the spring Navaratri, the 9 nights of the mother, and it comes usually in the fall, and it comes also in springtime. So it's the 7th day today. So we'll just do a chant of Mother Durga, because the Mother Durga, the background of Mother Durga, I don't want to talk too much about it, but she's the slayer, slaying all of your kleshas, all of you. It's not like, she's come and cut off the head of this asura. That is just an analogy. I mean, it has happened also, but the true Durga within you is just slashing all of your nonsense, so that you can be free, so that you can be emancipated, so that you can come to that total freedom. Thank you so much for coming today. It's just been so wonderful being with you all and celebrating this 10th year. Thank you, thank you. We'll just listen to the chant and then we'll go into the transmission. Thank you so much. Just a quick thing which I did not complete the sentence just coming to me now. I said that sometimes when you come to a certain levels of consciousness, you're very comfortable. You're very comfortable in it, right? And you're saying, oh, I'm very peaceful, I'm very this, everything, but you're not really come home. But that's what I said. Please go deeper, because there are several of you who've come to an incredible state, but it's not complete, you know. Then you go away somewhere else, and you're just losing the focus. So please continue, because when that state presents itself, you will just simply know. So don't go before that like uncooked, you know. Before you're fully baked, don't say, oh, I'm already fully baked. So wait and see, because God will also give you more tests to see like how good it is, right? How good you are. Oh, you say you want enlightenment. Oh, let me just see. Because even Shiva tests, you know. He gives you all the tests. So I just wanted to confirm that. So when you continue, you'll say like, you know, you whenever you come to the, I don't want to see the LOCs, but give you the LOCs. Come, say you come to 650, 695, you'll feel very great. Because you come from 300-400s. You come 300 points in this lifetime, sitting in this satsang. Because Dr. Hawkins says, okay, if you come 6 points in one lifetime, you are doing great. Okay? So look at the grace transmission from Arunachala. It brings you a little bit faster, no? Hundreds of points. So please be very careful in going deeper and deeper, and, you know, diligently looking at what more that comes up that is an irritation for you, or that is just not, doesn't feel like a flow, you know. Then you have to question, oh, is the ego still there? What is happening? Okay. So thank you. We'll start the grace transmission. Sit comfortably. Take in a deep breath, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping everything that does not serve you. If it does not make you happy, then drop it and go to the source which makes you happy, which is the state of stability all the time. There's no going and coming in that state. Take in a deep breath, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping deeper, going deeper. Dropping and praying that your doership be dropped in this grace transmission so that you can be free. One last time, deep inhalation, inhaling light, peace, love. And exhale, dropping everything and just being, not doing this or that, but just being. Dedicating your love to God at every moment of your life, and knowing for sure that you are taken care of when you drop the name and form. Every moment He's taking care of you, but when you drop the name and form and the ego is not present at all, you will experience it more. After that experiencing and makes you very joyful, the experiencer also will be dropped. So the experience happens, but the experience has nothing to do with it. Thank you. slowly come out. Take in a gentle breath, inhaling light, peace, love, and exhale, dropping everything that does not serve you. Deep inhalation, inhaling light, peace, love, and exhale, dropping even further. One last time, deep inhalation, inhaling light, peace, love, and exhale, dropping all of your desires, your wants, your positionalities, dropping the name and form and its doership once and for all. Slowly open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. And one more, it's also very auspicious. It's a very auspicious day because of the Navaratri, but it's also Ramana, which is Rama's birthday today. So, you're getting all the grace from the avatar of Vishnu as Rama. Thank you so much. Keep coming to the satsangs. I hope this was helpful. Jai Shankar. Thank you.